Baltimore Ravens taking on the Broncos of Oakland. To the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 4. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a second and 1 forthcoming. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now a give, right side. Conley. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Didn't get to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Conley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and there's certainly word there. Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. 3rd and 20. A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd. To throw, it's Allen. 3rd and long. This is caught inside the 15. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch, and the 2 of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
And it will be intercepted. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 70 Rangers, 19, 18, Pioneer. Trap 60, Trap 60.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught downfield. It's Lane. And they work this out past the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there, getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Dragon 60, Cup 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This is Fant on the short completion. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
I see through your eyes and I see.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Come on, come on. 6, Cougar Knight, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Warriors, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
The mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up like overseas. You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had enough.
Nike, 18.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Now a first carry here for the running back. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To avoid him. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back.
He's got him in. Complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Allen. Caught here by Conley. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To the air, Allen. Looking downfield, and it's caught right side. He's got his man. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 44 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. At their own 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, it was just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
60 Packers, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 18, 7 Pirates, 19 Lions.
Now back to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
The Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down.
60 by 6, 60 by Warriors, 70. Cut 19. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does. The guy's man complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly, got a great break on the ball, and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
2nd and 6.
Houston Mavericks. Trap 6. 19 tight. 19 tight.
2nd and 6. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there. A big one.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event not getting to them early.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Timberwolves. Ready, set. Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Vikings.
Hitter here, it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. $19 Lions. $60 Bobcats, $60.
He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10. They're on the 10-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Basically, you're not going to outbreak 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now Allen. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to get touchdown, but he's got the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Allen. Room past the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Again, he'll drop to throw. We'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
60. Dragon 19 tight. Mustang 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
70 line, cut 19. 60 broadcast. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And now a little across the 25 to the 27.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
7, ready. 70, Timberwolf. 1960, Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Warriors 70, go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
18 Cardinal, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
70. 70, Mustang 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Broncos take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
They'll run on first down. Conley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. All the way in for Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Pat the 60, pat the 60, 75, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing to start the drive.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now a 2nd and 10. Pressure comes. Allen. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal.
319. Middle. Half. Hey, tight. What's that?
To the air, Allen. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This from 32 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, his possession gigantic. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bronco 80.
They'll set up a throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Cowboy 80.
And now they'll shift things around.
Mustang 19. Dragons, Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that he could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here we go. Strike. 19. Cup 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
19 tight. Let's go now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
19, 70.
Back to throw now on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
He'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
But it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mustang, Panther, Dragon 60, Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
60 back, cut 19, cut 19. Go.
They're going to look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Down. 60 by 19 tight. Warriors 70. 70 Rangers.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jalen Wade for 4 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Broncos 28.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
On first down, Conley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about running these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Allen going to throw. And he is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach.
And he's across for the touchdown. In the final minute, that should just about seal it. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the
Allen will try to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
42. Broncos.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Watch twins.
They'll start this drive out on the wall. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Gets this to Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's 1st down.
Oakland, 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
At the 13-yard line.
60. Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course,
Project.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna. I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. No ties, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Black beans taking out it. We gon' pop a couple. While they poppin' paparazzi pictures. I got my in the back and my bros in the front leading. He keep looking at me, I'ma make that boy. I'm a his friend too, baby, I'm a whole cheater. We can go to France, Avatar, y'all both need a real one. More coin than your last one. Baby, damn, he ain't that fun. I mean, do we got a song with that punk? I mean, do we hit the club in this song? Come on. Do we rock a weed 30 inches long? Do we got a sold out tour? Do that? No, and I went tour. Hit that back room. You be the, I be that. We can get it. Tonight I'm on it. Tonight I'm in a zone. Bass jumping, club pumping, it's hot. These coming in that club cause they won't try. I won't say I got a feel for you little nice, but I got a feel for you little nice. I pay the whole bill for you little nice. I do my little chick for you little nice. Then he whispered in my ear like, oh God, you know I got something for you little nice.
changed how I feel. Only you understand me, you fill me up completely. And when I'm self-destructive, you make me feel so pretty. You always pull me closer to let me know that it's real. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. I wanna thank you for taking me as I am. Need you to know that I'm your number one fan. I wanna give you my heart. You see the silver lining when I'm in the trenches. You stand beside me with your patience and forgiveness. I wanna give you my heart. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. Baby, I could cry. Can I fall in your arms and just fly? When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. Cause I got love. I got love. Yeah, got love. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye, I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the counter that's dry. Riding in special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and Birkin, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Bet while I'm gripping her side. Bigger mad bet, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her disguise. Upgrade at my wrist, put her gas in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her eyes. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Money, money, I took the Billy cool back and I hopped in the car. I put the in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, sit there in the road, right, wow. I'm still double, ties, huh? I'm in the coupe by myself. I had to kick her though when I was 5. Keep the old ones on the shelf. In the file. I'm sick and tired of me. Act like they find it, telling them lies. Acting like they the one created this and they get all this driven my guys. Yeah, cardiac eyes.
She let dollar pull up, bitch, we mobbing. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free out, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like open. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah. Where you at, where you been? Taking pictures on the trip with your friends. Bad all, we don't count it, just spend. Make our own, we don't follow the trends. Hundred on our own expense. Only live once, so we so. Let's take, don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips. More time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just float in. I
pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You was not a printer, cooped up, too up, make get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 so you roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball, you can't jump with me. Ballin' jump man, touch hands, we bout to bump then. Better bang yours, cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight, it take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. That's the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's lame time. Ayy, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Ayy, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beats like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him belly fill his tank, run up to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the club. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. The nut paper to make a buck, I could get it published. What? You gonna believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see the got get it, go retrieve it, the short small. When that's from Cali, with the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, give me a T, then give me the E, then give me an A, give me an M, and give me the ring. Give me the lock, give me the rock, and give him the key. And it's only me. Wait till they, then give me a team. Give me a team. Give me a team, give me a team, give me a team. They wanna scheme, cause I'm on the scene. And she want the team, and she want the team, she want the team. I'm a die about, I'm a day rushing to write about. Did too much numbers to type them out, but I'm on away from that micro route. Step on my brothers, we hike them down. I'ma step on my brothers, the hype inside. I've been married to mud, I can't wipe it out more than I fell back in love with the process now. Should've started with that, yeah. Different than all of them rats, my heart is a test. Lab on them outside and stuff in the back. I've been walking them down and then walking them back like ill. Y'all gotta sell that, and the waist can't get they belt back. If I fell back, that girl felt that. Dust these Jones, I just these spell check. Give me a T, then give me the E, then give me an A, give me an M, and give me the ring. Give me the lock, give me the rock, and give him the key. And it's only me. Wait till they, then give me a team. Give me a team. Give me a team, give me a team, give me a team. They wanna scheme, cause I wanna sing. And she want a team, and she want a team, she want a team. Put their heads down, running all the gangs, oh yeah. Put their head down, running all the gangs, oh yeah. Put their heads down, running all the lanes, oh yeah. The gangs, oh yeah. The gangs, oh yeah. Put their heads down, running all the gangs, oh yeah. Put their head down, running all the gangs, oh yeah. Put their heads down, running all the lanes, oh yeah. The gangs, oh yeah. Give me a team, then give me the E, then give me an A, give me an M, and give me the ring. Give me the lock, give me the rock, and give him the key. And it's only me. Wait till they, then give me a team. Give me a team. Give me a team, give me a team, give me a team. They wanna scheme, cause I wanna sing. And she wanna
And all the motherfuckers you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. They go to click, 911. All over some dump. Ain't that something? It's remind me of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, right? Slim, so watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you I got you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite. Come with the mic, that's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You act, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother, I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put him in the stand. You keep walking, that you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When the body burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you'll the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, homie. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, homie. Big baller. Yo, meet me outside.
defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove cup. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the am I doing?
Hey yo, Preem, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
Living on the edge and finding out it's kinda dumb. Realize I am somebody that I don't know at all. Oh God, would you tell me why I'm born down to the bone? Even though I've only seen half of
so don't blink twice.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home, stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
Always on my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah.
Better when I wanna
Yeah.
get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
The past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better.
If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give cause that's your birthday. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the makeup. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Roll down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the lady saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, show they tell you I'm local. When the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full up, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm
on. I'm with my eyes to chicks. If she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If they're talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks for me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a. Come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club. Full up, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit. I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug. If you're in the getting, you can find me in the club. Full up, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit. I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug. If you're in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time. It's a problem, pop off. Shady aftermath.
get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. I got too many plays. I don't even play. Get out of my way. Out of my way.
Super well. Get your weight up. Put your plate up. You a foreign. We at war. And I got all hallelujah. Talladega. Baby Jesus. In the flesh. Come and get it. And I'm with it. All my friends coming with all their friends. And we get active, yeah. We get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black. My eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready right now. Don't run your mouth too quick. Let's get it. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way, my way, my way, my way.
Don't make me wipe you, get your talking out my face. It's in my mind, winning is in my DNA. I gotta get it, I don't know no other way. Get out my way.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. 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 I got too many plays. I don't even play. Out of my way. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way.
All my friends coming with all